Yes, respected youngsters, welcome. Feel my salutations to you. Feel my appreciations. Congratulations to you for being regular and learning from Geetha. Feel my gratitudes because of you, I am also able to reflect on these salient thoughts. Also feel my wishes and prayers that these classes add up to your knowledge, your abilities, your inspirations, your initiatives, your readinesses, your performances, and your achievements for yourself, for the world at large, for Sanatana Dharma also. Welcome. Like every day, today also, the last one, Vishnu Sahasranama, the sixth one, Sri Valmiki Ramayana, Rama Bharata Milan, that Prasanga we will see. The fifth one, Gita, 14th chapter, most crucial topic of Gunaathetha Purusha. Bhagavan is talking that we will discuss. In that fourth topic, we will have chanting of our Taittiriya Brahmanam. In the third topic, we do Sahanavavatu. Second one, we do Sankalpa. First one right now is understanding, a learning for the day. We title it as a common sense thought or some understanding. Hmm. Today's thought is key. Remember, both together give the success. Our efforts and Bhagwan's grace. Only grace freely he will not give because then there is no maja of the world. Only our efforts cannot give result because we are not the monarch or the all powerful ones to decide, do whatever we want. Therefore, both are required. Point one. Point two क्या है? Only it is after we know and do what exactly we have to do to achieve the goal that we get a chance, we are given a chance to pray to the Lord. It will be, our prayers are heard by the Lord and reciprocated by Him. Without my doing, He will not help. Any example you take, it is I who have to put the seed or plant, cover it with mud and water it. Then the Lord will see that that plant grows and gives the fruits or flowers. If I don't do this one, the Lord will not help. And only Lord will not do it without my doing. And only my doing won't help. कि मैंने रख दिया पौधा, होता नहीं वो. भगवान will work there in that plant, pulls all the things required, gathers them and makes it a tree, fruit, flower, etc. In the same way, everywhere in the world also, we see what we have to do. When we do, then we can have the right to pray. And we must also pray with a devotion. Okay. Today's our topic is what? The 8 steps in invoking Bhagavan's Krupa for our success. 8 steps, 8 thoughts, 8 ideas, 8 pointers, whatever you call them as. Try to listen, understand, keep it in mind, just to see to become deeper and deeper in all these 8 limbs or 8 anga of the bhakti. Okay, first we do our job, then only we can ask him. Okay, now what are the 8 things? First is what? Ki, mm, accept the presence of the Lord. Astikata it is called. Bhagavan is there, first of all. Asti. Not casually saying, हाँ मैं मानता हूँ भगवान है. Not that way. Consciously we are very clear deeply कि भगवान है. What can be the logical proof is what? Ki as long as I am there as an individual, as long as the world is there in front of me, to manage these two, there must be an entity, God, to manage the whole show. You can call him in any Rupa Nama, Rama, Krishna, Shiva and all, but he is there first of all, the Lord. उनके अस्तित्व उसी से स्टार्ट होता है सारा डिवोशन एंड बिकम कॉन्शियस ही इज देयर. Like when a guest has come to your house, stayed 20 days. Are you not aware of the guest all the time, whether you meet him or not? Few hours, sometime you have not met him, 10 hours, सुबह 9 से रात 8 तक, फिर भी you are aware of the presence of that guest, what he wants, tea or coffee or breakfast, lunch. The moment you take that guest, put in the train or bus or flight, when you know the flight has taken off, then you know he is not there in the house. The attitude when he is there, the attitude when he is not there. Do you know that? That difference I am trying to say, that the presence of the Lord should be pakka accepted in our life. Hai Bhagwan Bas Asti. Name and form I told you, anything you can select. So if I am Rama Bhakta, Ram hai. Krishna Bhakta, Krishna hai. One. First thing we discussed, he is there. Second is what? Ki, has he got the knowledge, okay, to answer my queries, to sort out my problems, है ना? And to understand my problems, to sort them out. Does he have got the knowledge or information? ज्ञान of भगवान. अगर नहीं है उनको मेरे सारे प्रॉब्लम समस्या प्रश्नों का जवाब देने का, what the use of that God? No use. Therefore, God is there. Not only that, He has got all knowledge to sort out all problems of everyone. In fact, that is what the Lord 24 hours is doing. We all create problems with our ignorance. Lord going on solving it with His own wisdom. तो भगवान है, ज्ञान के साथ है. कितना ज्ञान है भगवान का? सब ज्ञान है ना? टू डू एवरीथिंग, knowledge required, that is there. To sort out every problem, that knowledge is there. To answer every question, that also is there. That way, technically, therefore, Lord is called Sarvam Janati, Sarvagnya. Many people think the Lord doesn't know me or my problem or solution to my problem. अगर होता तो अभी तक सॉल्व करते. He doesn't know. ऐसा नहीं होता. भगवान is omniscient, सर्वज्ञ है. This is the second thought we have to accept about our God. ओके. तो ज्ञान तो है, बट ज्ञान से काम तो होता नहीं ना. Like an old man of 80, 90, he has got all the jnanam, but he can't do the work because the required shakti is not there with him. Therefore, is Bhagwan has the shakti. हाँ है, थोड़ा सा है, और थोड़ा काम करके वो भी हमारे तरह थक जाते हैं. The new work task comes, he feels tired and exhausted. He says, I can't do it. ऐसा है क्या भगवान? No. If you see the whole world, how many works are continuously, simultaneously happening? So to do all the works, along with the jnanam, sarvajnata, Bhagwan should have that amount of shakti also, infinite. That's called as Sarva Shaktiman. So Bhagwan is Sarvajna, Bhagwan is Sarva Shaktiman. So he is omniscient, he is omnipotent. तो अनंत ज्ञान अनंत शक्ति उनका है. We have to accept. Then only there will be a faith in us that he has jnana, he has a shakti to help me out. And hai bhi Bhagwan ka. In the whole universe, Lord continuously using his shakti to help and bless all. Okay. Now third one is what? Where is God? If his God is only located in one place or few places, then the other places where he is required, he is not there. By the time he comes there, the problem is destroyed. Like every day you see the fire accidents happening. There are some localities in India, thousands of places, foreign countries, chote chote garib desh. That Indian small mohallas, they are there. Okay. So fire happens in that big building. So there is fire engine. It has the water. It can quench that fire. It has the Sarvajnata Sarvashaktiman. But it is 20 kilometers away. By the time it comes, a pura gutted ho gaya hai. What is use of such jnana and shakti, which is not available at right time, at right place. Therefore, Bhagwan has to be Sarva Vyapaka also. That it doesn't need time. Not doesn't need to go anywhere or come from anywhere. He is always there. All the places he is there. He is called as Sarva Vyapaka, omnipresent. He is there in all the places. So this is how many things. Okay, Bhagwan, he is there, he is Sarvagnya, he is Sarvashaktiman, he is Sarvavyapaka. Four, okay. Then what about the time? Which are the times he is there? Like us, morning 10 to evening 6, after that chutti? No, no, no. He is Sarvakala. Not only Sarva Vyapakaha, but he is Sarvakala available. Fifth point. Okay? Sarvakala. So Sarva Bhagavan is there, Asti, existing, Sarvagnya Asti, omniscient, Sarva Shaktiman Asti, omnipotent, and then Sarva Deshe Asti, omnipresent, Sarva Kale Asti. So the he is there, Sarvagnya, Sarva Shaktiman, Sarva Desha Sthitaha, all pervading, Sarva Kala Sthita. Five. Now the sixth one is important. Ki, even though he has got all that, why should he help us? Why should he listen to our call? No need, na? Like I shout with my voice on this Gita lecture so much. But there's no need that you must come and listen. No need. You may be having your own other priorities, importances. In the same way, Lord may be having all of that. But what is the need that he will answer our questions or solve our problems? Isn't it? The answer is there is no need for him, but there is another thing called as he is a Sarva Dayamaya and Karunamaya. It is his nature. Because the whole world is his own children or himself, he cannot tolerate anybody's even iota dukkha. Now remember in this regard, throughout life, whether you call it Srishti Sthiti Laya or during the Sthiti Kala, Bhagavan is giving the dukkha to everyone or people, or he is giving sukha, or he is putting the tests, he is putting him in naraka, giving him diseases. Remember, all of that is only to give us happiness. Bhagavan is treating all of us out of his own krupa and karuna. Like in the hospital, the patient, कितने उनके काम होते हैं उनके ऊपर, है ना, उनके वो काटे जाते हैं, अंदर का कपाट निकाला जाता है, इंजेक्शन देते हैं, कड़वा दवा देते हैं. व्हाट इज द इंटेंशन बिहाइंड इट? द डॉक्टर एंड नर्स उनका करुणा कृपा है, that they want to see the patient is healthy. We are all patients of samsara. Bhagwan wants all of us to be healthy. Therefore, 24 hours, everywhere, every time, continuously is working on the fevers, the pains we get in the body. God only is giving to tell us that you have taken something wrong. Now take the antidote called as medicine, get well. Next time, don't do it. If those pains are not there, then we continue taking that poisonous thing. We just die only painlessly. Pain, hunger, etc. are blessings of God with which He is reminding us what to do, what not to do. So, in that way, Bhagavan is, sixth point is Sarva Dayamaya and Sarva Karunamaya. This is the sixth point regarding Bhagavan's, the developing devotion towards Him. Seventh is the most crucial of all. What is the seventh thing is? To that Bhagavan of all these six qualities, what we should ask Him. Like, now, should we ask that one? To give which he is not interested, he is not happy. And also, we are also miserable with that. Should we ask for that? Or we should ask something which to give Bhagavan also is very happy. And when we also receive, we are also completely happy. So that again and again, we need not ask God or anyone for anything. थोड़ा अकल लगा के सोचो, है ना? Therefore, anything which is not permanent, anything which is not divine, anything which is worldly, we ask, God will give, but He will not give willingly. Because that's not the thing which He wants to give. Even we also get it with all the puja, upasana, tapasya, prarthana. We ask Him and we force Him, He gives, but that thing ends one day. अगेन वी बिकम एम्प्टी हैंडेड, फिर से बेगर, फिर से पूजा तपस्या करो, भगवान से मांगो, चल ले जा, भगवान फिर से देंगे, अगेन वी मिस यूज इट आर ओवर अगेन. So that is not liked by God. Lord wants to give the permanent thing, so we should ask for the permanent. And that permanent is only the Jnanam, the Tattva Jnanam, Atma Jnanam, Moksha. यही परमानेंट होता है ब्रह्म ज्ञानम. What we talked in Geetha, that in chapter as discovering ourselves to be the Kshetrajna, Jnaya, Purusha. Here also the subject now we are studying Geetha, Gunaathetha Purusha. Gunaathetha Sthiti. So we must know what to ask the God. This is the seventh point. Ask for only moksha. Ask for only infinite peace and bliss. People, those who know, they ask like that. Bhagwan, moksha do, Bhagwan, jnana do, Bhagwan, sharanagati do, Bhagwan, aap mein mujhe lay karo. Those who have understood, they ask like that. Those who didn't understand, they asked this way. Oh Lord, give me what is best for me. Best is this only, therefore Bhagwan gives that only. Some say, let me know something by which everything is known. Let me gain something by which everything is gained. The way of asking is different, but all of them amount to only one thing, the permanent knowledge and experience of the real self behind the world and behind us, which is one without second. तो वो इसी को पूछो तो भगवान देंगे पसंद से happily. For us also, when we gain that, like Yajñātva Neha Bhuyanat Jñātavamavashishate, we have seen in the 7th chapter, Jnanam Te Em Savijnanam, Yajñātva, in the 9th chapter also Bhagwan said, then Idam Jnanam Upashritya Mama Sadhana Mahagataha. So in this 14th chapter, in the beginning, this sloka we saw. So for us also, it is good to ask it and get it. Lord also will be happy. And there is no competition for this in the world. Other things, if you ask, like I want to become Pradhan Mantri, no, two Pradhan Mantris cannot be there. Therefore, there is a competition for us with others. Any other thing ask, there is a competition. But in the Atma Jnana, there is no competition. Everybody can be given it. Good, no? And it is once gained, gained once for all. It doesn't go, and it is infinite. It is blissful. There's no dukkha, there's no samsara in it. So the seventh thing is we must know what to ask. Eighth one, the last but not the least, Ashtanga is what? The moment you ask, immediately Bhagavan will not give. He cannot give. Why? Because already you have asked so many things. तो उनको भगवान तैयार करके दे रहे हैं. Like in the hotel you order for 10 items. Then you say हमको ये नहीं चाहिए. वो कहेगा आपने ऑर्डर कर दिया, हमने बना दिया, आपको लेना ही पड़ेगा. In the same way, from how many lives, by doing how many things, we are indebted to this world in so many ways. Suddenly सब छोड़ के गए तो होता नहीं है. इसलिए भगवान has to plan and see to it that all those accounts are settled before he gives what we asked for, called as moksha. And that's why the ones who seek only the God in their life, Lord gives all types of difficulties, dukkha's, pains, diseases, because the account clearance हो रहा है. And the worstly seen thing, it's the best, but people think it's the worst is what? Everybody leaves him and goes away. Nobody is with him. He's all alone left. That means what? Bhagavan says, no more runa you have with everyone or anyone. You are with yourself now. Wait it on me, reach me. If you understand it this way, कि nobody is around me, that means Bhagavan wants me independently to do the sadhana of reaching. If people are there around me, I involve with them. That's called samsara. That's called bondage. In that only the friendship, the enmity, all sort of that nonsense comes. ना समझ रहे हो ना बच्चे लोग? थोड़ा हेवी है तुम्हारे लिए, बट पकड़ लो. इसलिए कहते हैं वेट करना होता है. Even after our praying, it takes its own time, he takes his time, but definitely the result will come. So these are the 8 things. One, Bhagavan is there. Second is Sarvajna. Third is Sarvashaktiman. Fourth is Sarvavyapakaha. Fifth is Sarvakala. Sixth is Daya Karuna as God. Seventh, we must ask for permanent, not temporary. Eighth, keep waiting till he gives. Don't involve in any other nonsense. In this way, when we do along with what we are supposed to do, first वो था जो हमको करना है वो कर what we have to do, whatever resources given, whatever the duties we are given, just keep fulfilling them. तो मुझे जो करना है वो करते हुए these 8 limbs के द्वारा, when I pray to the Lord for the best, the result will come. Think about it, taking your own time patiently. These are the very crucial things. To understand which it is difficult time get taking, but once you understand, throughout life they help. So I wish you all the best. This is our thought today. Now let us do Sankalpa. ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्री कृष्णचंद्र परब्रह्मणे गीता मात्रे वेदव्यास भगवते नमः. श्री रामचंद्राय नमः. रामायण शास्त्राय नमः. वाल्मीकि महर्षिये नमः. श्री महाविष्णवे नमः. ओम तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध सिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद् भागवत ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता दर्शन अनुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृते साम्प्रदायिनां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण समस्त विश्व व्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्य शक्ति संपदा प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापने नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम राम मंदिरवत् समस्त मंदिराणां पुनर्वाप्तितेषु निरंतर उपासना पूजा यज्ञ शास्त्र अध्ययन साधनानां द्वारा समस्त विश्वे धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थ प्रचार द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याणार्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये देशभक्ति माता पितृभक्ति सेवा भक्ति धर्म भक्ति सनातन धर्म भक्ति शास्त्र भक्ति गुरु भक्ति भगवत भक्ति परब्रह्म भक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा जीवन साफल्यार्थम अनेक कार्यक्रमाणां शास्त्र अध्ययनानां साधनानां मध्ये शांति मंत्रोच्चारणं वेद पारायणं गीता चतुर्दशोध्यायस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं वाल्मीकि रामायण बालकांड प्रथम सर्गस्य पारायणं राम कथा दर्शनं श्री विष्णोर् दिव्य सहस्रनाम स्तोत्रस्य पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. So, three things we have done Satsanga and Sankalpa. Third one, let us do start the chanting Sahanavatu Guru Brahma with utmost devotion. And even other next 2-3 classes also, matlab topics. Bring your attention, bring your love, bring your single pointedness, bring your interest. Know that it is for our own good. These practices, these knowledges are. Then do it. Don't allow the mind to get distracted, nor to feel any heaviness, etc. अंडरस्टैंड इट एज ए ब्लेसिंग्स ऑफ गॉड. परमात्मा का कृपा ऐसा ही होता है, हमको ज्ञान देकर आगे ले जाना. ओम 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 सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. फ्रेंड्स, लेट अस डू वेद मंत्र उच्चारणम. 6-7 मिनट लगेगा. हैव द पेशेंस डियर फ्रेंड्स. ओम अथ श्री वेदमात्रे नमः. श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मणं प्रथमाष्टकं सप्तम प्रपाठकः. षोडश मंत्रात् आरभ्य. Yeah, 6 or 7 minutes it may take. One topic I am starting, till it is concluded I am continuing nowadays. कल से ऐसा शुरू किया, परसों से. ओम ऐन्द्र वैष्णवमेकादशकपालं यदृषभो दधाति पूषा पशून् प्रजनयति हिरण्यं दक्षिणा दक्षिणैकञ्च. ओम ओम रत्निनामेतानि हवीगंषि भवन्ति एते वै राष्ट्रस्य प्रदातारः एते पादातारः य एव राष्ट्रस्य प्रदातारः ये पादातारः त एवास्मै राष्ट्रं प्रयच्छन्ति राष्ट्रमेव भवति यत्समाहृत्य निर्वपेत्. अरत्निनस्युः यथा यथन्निर्वपति रत्नित्वाय यत्सद्यो निर्वपेत्. यावतीमेकेन हविषाशिषमवरुन्धे तावतीमवरुन्धीत अन्वहन्निर्वपति भूयसी मेवाशिषमवरुन्धे भूयसो यज्ञक्रतोनुपैति बार्हस्पत्यञ्चरुन्निर्वपति ब्रह्मणो गृहे मुखत एवास्मै ब्रह्मः सद्गस्यते अतो ब्रह्मन्नेव क्षत्रमन्वारम्भयते क्षितिपृष्ठो दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै ऐन्द्रमेकादशकपालगं राजन्यस्य गृहे इन्द्रियमेवावरुन्धे वृषभो दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै आदित्यं चरुं महिष्यै गृहे इयं वा अदितिः अस्यामेव प्रतितिष्ठति धेनुर्दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै भगाय चरुं वातायै गृहे भगमेवास्मिन् दधाति विचित्तगर्भा पष्टौहि दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै नैऋतञ्चरुं परिवृत्यै गृहे कृष्णानां व्रीहिणान्नखन्निर्भिन्नौ पाप्मानमेव निर्वृतिर्निरवदयते कृष्णाकूटा दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै अग्नेयमष्टाकपालगं सेनान्यो गृहे सेनामेवास्य सद्गस्यते हिरण्यं दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै वारुणं दशकपालगं सूतस्य गृहे वरुणसवमेवावरुन्धे महानिरष्टो दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै मारुतगं सप्तकपालं ग्रामण्यो गृहे अन्नं वै मरुदः अन्नमेवावरुन्धे कृष्णीरदक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै सावित्रं द्वादशकपालं शत्रुर्गृहे प्रसूत्यै उपध्वसो दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै अश्विनं द्विकपालकं सङ्ग्रहीतुर्गृहे अश्विनौ वै देवानां भिषजौ ताभ्यामेवास्मै भेषजं करोति सवात्यौ दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै पौष्टं चरुं भागदुगस्य गृहे अन्नं वै पूषा अन्नमेवावरुन्धे श्यामो दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै रौद्रङ्काविदूकं चरुम् अक्षावापस्य गृहे अन्तत एव रुद्रन्निरवदयते शबल उद्वारो दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै द्वादशैतानि हवीगंषि भवन्ति द्वादशमासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरेणैवास्मै राष्ट्रमवरुन्धे राष्ट्रमेव भवते यन्न प्रतिनिर्वपेत रतिनिन आशिषो वरुन्धीरन्न प्रतिनिर्ववते इन्द्राय सूत्राम्ने पुरोडाशमेकादशकपालम् इन्द्रायागं होमुचे आशिष एवावरुन्धे अयन्नो राजा वृत्रः राजा भूत्वा वृत्रं वध्यादित्याः आशिषमेवैतामाशास्ते मैत्रा बार्हस्पत्यं भवति श्वेतायै श्वेतवत्सायै दुग्धे बार्हस्पत्ये मैत्रमपि दधाति ब्रह्म चैवास्मै क्षत्रं च समीची दधाति अतो ब्रह्मन्नेव क्षत्रं प्रतिष्ठापयति बार्हस्पत्येन पूर्वेण प्रचरति मुखत एवास्मै ब्रह्मः सद्गस्यति अतो ब्रह्मन्नेव क्षत्रमन्वारम्भयति स्वयं कृता वेदिर्भवति स्वयं दिनं बर्हिः स्वयं कृत इद्मः अनभिजितस्याभिजित्यै तस्माद् राज्ञामरण्यमभिजितं सैव श्वेता श्वेतवत्सा दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै रत्नित्वाय समृद्ध्यै पष्टौ हि दक्षिणा समृद्ध्यै ग्रामण्यो गृहे भागदुगस्य गृहे भवति दुग्धे विजित्यै द्वे च ॐ शान्तिः 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 ब्यूटिफुल yeah I told you 6 minutes it took it and very good friends now let us do our fifth topic of studying Bhagavad Gita. Three gunas, their effects, everything studied. Now the Gunaathetha Sthiti Bhagavan is explaining little subtler, important one. So focus, try to grasp it. Before that, in the last loka, 18th one, what we saw yesterday, in 2 minutes, if you want to see it, it is Urdhvam gachanti sattvasthaha madhye tishtanti rajasaha जघन्यगुणवृत्तिस्थाः अधो गच्छन्ति तामसाः. So the three gunas we have created in us and what do you say, made them stronger. So how do they guide us? What the result they give? The answer is urdhvam gachanti sattvasthaha. Yesterday we told you all the three urdhva gacchati, urdhva gamanam. In this very life only you can go on prospering in the knowledge, in the output and the result. That is the urdhvam gachanti in this very life. The other meaning of urdhvam gachanti is next life will be much better than this, higher and higher in evolution. The third meaning of urdhvam gachanti is spiritually we are involved, evolving. That is how stay in sattva always. Okay, sattva bhojana, sattva activities, sattva thoughts, sattva books reading, sattva people, sattva topics with them, visiting the sattva places only. When we do that, sattva alone will be in us. Is it clear? Think about it. Hmm. Sattva positive values also. Second one, madhye tishtanti rajasaha. Here also, those who are having the rajoguna, where they have uh, trishna and asanga, so much desires for so many things which are not with him, and asanga, attachment with all the things and things that are there, to enjoy them or to possess them or to maintain them or to involve in them. He goes on doing the karma. Such person madhye tishtanti. He will be staying only in that realm. In that Madhya Tishtanti, literal meaning is they will be in the Madhya Loka of the human life only. They won't go to the Urdhvam Gachanti, the higher Devata, Lokas, etc. वो नहीं जाएंगे. सत्वगुणी जाएंगे. रजोगुणे मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति. They will be here only on the earth, coming and going. And as I told you yesterday, on the earth, maybe they will be with different monetary status, different respects and reverences, different positions, बड़ा या छोटा या बहुत छोटा या और नीचे. But they will be on the human life only. Rajoguni will be there. Generally, the human beings are Rajoguna. Most of them. Again, people not realizing, they may become Tamasic, but those who are working hard, they can become Sattvic also. So, Rajasaha Madhyatishtat. Now, Bhagavan consciously telling it. कि जघन्य गुण वृत्तिस्ताः तामसाः अधो गच्छन्ति. So tamataha, the tamoguni people, adho gachanti, they will fall. The more tamoguna in working, more and more they fall to the lower and lower shariras, lower and lower lokas, and lower dukkha and troubles and problems. But for this, Bhagavan added one word, Jaghanya Guna Vritti. जघन्य गुण है मतलब नीच गुण है, दो छोटा वाला गुण है, टू बी रिजेक्टेड वाला गुण है, दिस तमो गुण ऑफ प्रमाद आलस्य निद्रा, which you have studied thoroughly in our earlier classes. So among the three gunas, tamoguna is bad, of laziness, repeating the mistakes. There's no rasa in life. Everything is postponement, procrastination. That's called tamoguna. It's a worst. Little better than that is rajoguna, where you have some ambition, some goals, some proper positive, healthy desires, and you have the plan to work for it, and you are actually working. There is no alasya and nidra overpowering. There's no pramada. You are learning from mistakes and not doing those mistakes. Such person is better rajoguni. But better than these two is sattva. In that he has got jnanam, and that jnanam he is using for serving the society. If it is a worldly jnanam, and if it is spiritual jnanam, that also he is first using for himself, for his own moksha, and helping others also for that marga and lakshya. It is called as Sattva-guni. He is always highly regarded. Sattva-guna is great, Sattva-guni is great. Rajo-guna and Rajo-guni is mediocre. Tamo-guna and Tamo-guni person are the liabilities, the criminals of the world. All the terrorist crowd, all are though they act Rajoguna, but inside them there is Tamoguna. because they are not using the buddhi to understand that in the world we live happily by helping others, serving others, not by looting, plundering or killing others. वो ज्ञान नहीं है उनको. They are in delusion. The pramada so much is there in them. Therefore, they are all in tamoguna only. And all other business people, industrialists, the scientists, doctors, professionals, ये सारे रजोगुण में होते हैं. With sattva predominant if they have the attitude of service. If the money earning is their goal, they are in the rajoguna followed by tamoguna. If they are selfish. And those who are saintly people, who are teaching the values, the spirituality, the devotions, the topics of moksha, liberation, all those who live this life, talk these things, they are in Sattva Guna. Talk about values, talk about duties, talk about services, talk about the divinity, talk about the spirituality, talk about sadhana, talk about liberation. इनको कहते हैं सत्वगुणी in general. Okay? In that way, ऊर्ध्वगच्छति सत्त्वस्थाः मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति राजसाः जगन्गुणोत्तिष्ठाः तामसाः अधो गच्छन्ति. हो गया. With this, the three gunas topic is over. Read 3, 4, 5 times. Make your own notes. As I told you earlier, it becomes a very good ready reckoner for you. And don't observe these gunas in others. Look in your own self and always try to win Sattva Guna. Now Bhagavan talks about the Gunaathetha Sthiti in the next two shlokas. Then Arjuna asks a question regarding the Lakshanas of Gunaathetha Purusha. While answering that, Bhagavan also tells the sadhana to go beyond these three gunas and become Gunaathetha. That is one with God. This is how these three more topics are there in the next 10, 12 slokas. So let us do this only one sloka today, the 19th one. Char bar part kare. Yesterday we have done it. Again we will do. I'll explain to you the meaning. Okay, start. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita अथ चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः गुणत्रयविभागयोगः एकोनविंशतितमः श्लोकः श्रीभगवानुवाच 4 times. ॐ नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति. टुगेदर. श्रीभगवानुवाच नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति. Now, connection between the earlier topic and this topic is, earlier topic was about three gunas. And what was the first shloka told when these three gunas started discussing? Ki sattvam rajastameti gunaha prakriti sambhavaha. The next line was nibadhnanti mahabaho. Dehe dehinam. So these three gunas bind the dehi to the deha. Bind, bondage. Therefore, so far whatever you have discussed, all that is the life of bandhana only, even if it is sattva guna. Now, if bandhana has been so exhaustively explained, how these three gunas do binding, Lord Krishna should tell us how to get the moksha also, no? From these three gunas, and these three guna created identity with the three bodies and the bandhanam there. Therefore, this topic talks about moksha. तो बंधन बताया तो तीन गुण ऐसे बांधते हैं प्रकृति के, तो द थ्री गुण अतीत, therefore prakriti atita, therefore moksha sthiti also should be told. These two shlokas talk about moksha. Therefore, what is moksha? Moksha from the bondage of these three gunas. What these three gunas do? They bind us to Stula Sukshma Karana Sharir. How? By expressing in the form of the thoughts and actions. And which guna creates which thought prompts us which action. That is what we have studied thoroughly so far. And the influence of these gunas in many, many aspects of our life will be more exhaustively told in 17th and 18th chapter. एटलीस्ट 20 जगह पे हमको गुणों का प्रभाव क्या है बताएंगे. दैट टॉपिक इज सो ब्यूटीफुल इन कंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ दिस वन. मजा आएगा, जरूरत भी है. आई गिव एन एग्जांपल, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल फूड. फूड आल्सो इज थ्री टाइप्स डिपेंडिंग थ्री गुणास. Knowledge also three types depending on three gunas. Dhruti, that also three types depending on the gunas. Sukham, that also three types depending on the gunas. Karma, that also three types. Karta, that also three types depending on the three gunas. Tapasya, that also three types. Shraddha, that also three types. So सात्विक तपस्या, राजसिक तपस्या, तामसिक तप. सात्विक श्रद्धा, राजसिक श्रद्धा, तामसिक श्रद्धा. सात्विक कर्म, राजसिक कर्म, तामसिक. सात्विक कर्ता, राजसिक कर्ता, तामसिक कर्ता. सात्विक धृति, राजसिक धृति, तामसिक धृति. सात्विक यज्ञ, राजसिक यज्ञ, तामसिक. सात्विक बुद्धि, राजसिक ज्ञान, तामसिक. सात्विक ज्ञानम, राजसिक ज्ञान, तामसिक. सात्विक सुख, राजसिक दुख, तामसिक सुख. ये सारे हमको बताएंगे in the 18th 17th chapter. 17th में start होगा, it will be continued in the 18th also. Beautiful topic it is. Mukta sangonaham vadi dhrititsa samanvitah siddha siddhor nirvikarah karta satikochite ragi karma phala prem sur lubdho himsatmako shuchi harsha shokavidha karta tamasa parikirtah अयुक्त प्राकृत स्तब्ध शठो नैष्कृतिको लसः विषादी दीर्घ सूत्री च कर्ता तावद उच्यते बुद्धेर्वेदं ततेश्चैव गुणतस्त्रिदं स्वरो भोच्यमानमशेषेण. See, three types of buddhi, three types of dhruti, all of that depending on three gunas. So this is what the introduction in the 7th chapter, when it is said trivir gudamayahi bhavaihi evihi sarvavidam jagat mohitam. The whole world is nothing but the product of Prakriti. Prakriti expresses as three gunas. So the whole world is of three gunas only. In that also, two gunas are binding always. One helps for liberation if we rightly utilize. That is Sattva Guna. Okay? Narayana. Now, this shloka meaning I'll tell you today little, kal zyada. Here, two sadhanas are told, one result is told. दो चीज करो, एक मिलेगा तुमको. Very sublime, very subtle, very. If I start explaining, it's very exhaustive also. Bhagavan tells it in a very twisted manner and gives us a test or a chance for us to understand that twisted told thing in a simple manner. You will tell twisted. We have to understand it simply. बढ़िया सा टेस्ट है वो. So two sadhanas we have to do. one result will be there. Sadhana 1. Na anyam गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा दृष्टा अनुपश्यति. A lot of things are there in it. Tomorrow exhaust will tell. So you and I should develop this drushti, this vision. What it is? Gunebhya anyam kartaram na pashyati. Anyam. Na anyam gunebhya kartaram. Yada drashta anupashyati. Anu means always. Pashyati is going on seeing. Kartara means doer. Nanyam, nobody other than. Gunebhyaha, other than gunas. Means, other than the gunas, nobody else is seen as the karta. I will tell you it 3 times. Other than the gunas, nobody else is seen, recognized, understood, accepted as karta. This is a twisted way of saying. Other than the gunas, nobody else is seen as the doer. Twisted way. What is the correct, simple, direct meaning of it? The direct meaning of it is the gunas are the kartas, they are the doers. Other than guna, nobody is there as doer. Means what? The doer is gunas only. Then who is there other than the gunas? It is Paramatma. Therefore, who is other than guna? Who is Paramatma? There is nobody other than gunas who is not the doer. Means what? Therefore, who is the doer and who is not the doer? The Prakriti is the doer with 3 gunas, not the Paramatma. That is what we have to understand. This is the first sadhana. Na anyam gunebhya kartaram yada drashta anubhashyati. गुण ही सब कुछ करने वाले हैं, not the Paramatma. Isn't it? Now, how to explain it? Like, who is the doer? The doer is my hands and legs. But behind them, who is the doer? My sense organs. The eyes look at it and therefore only I do. Behind the eyes, what is the doer? It is the mind only. Behind the mind, who is the doer? It's the intellect. Behind the intellect, who is the doer? Aham. The aham. Who is this aham? The reflection of Paramatma in aham vritti. That individuality is the doer. And this individuality, this buddhi, this mana, these indriyas, all of them are prakriti only, no? All of them are matter only. Stula, Sukshma, Prakriti, it is matter only. Already we have seen how the creation has come in the earlier chapters. 15 chapter में फिर से बताएंगे. So, Prakriti only in the form of Stula and Sukshma, Veshti and Samishti, expressing as Upadhis, it is the one who is doing. Paramatma is not the doer. He doesn't need to do. You know, किसी को कुछ करना क्यों पड़ता है when he has to gain something. So nothing is there, the thing to be gained, praptavya vastu. Why will he do? Though he cannot be the karta. Okay. And that Paramatma, who is not the doer, therefore not the enjoyer, but a blissful self. How do you know him? Gunebhyaha cha param. By going beyond these 3 gunas, the one who knows him, then akarta, bhokta, God. These are the 2 sadhanas we have to do. What is the result? Mad bhavam saha adhigacchati. He will reach to me. He becomes one with me. Means the Lord is at that level of akarta bhokta. That is technically called as the real self or the Brahman or Atman. Like as I told you 100 times this example, when the eyes are seeing the world, what is the consciousness in me is doing? It's not doing anything. It is only being an awareness. That's it. It is aware. That awareness is not a doing or kriya. It is just aware. Like the tube light. We call it as tube light is illuminating the room. Tube light is not doing the work of illuminating the room. Tube light's nature is being light. In its light, the room is getting lit up. वो काम वो नहीं कर रहा है वो. Like in the presence of electricity, the bulbs are glowing. The electricity is not doing the work of making the bulb glow. In the presence of petrol, the vehicle is moving. Vehicle is not pushed by the petrol. There is no kartrutva. In the presence of Lord Surya, we are doing all works. Bhagavan Surya is not the doer. In the same way, I am the consciousness. In its presence, eyes are seeing, ears are smelling, sorry, ears are listening, nose is smelling. तो करता कौन है? ये सारे प्रकृति है. The me, the pure real consciousness, it is only drashta. That is why the word used is drashta. Nanyam gunebhya kartaram yada drashta anupashyati. Tomorrow I'll explain. I may need to explain it 2 days or 3 days. Because very, very powerful are these two shlokas. Till I feel satisfied, I will explain to you it. That मैंने अच्छी तरह बोला है. Because very crucial thing. When we have understood about all three gunas bind us, we also must know how they liberation thoroughly. So na anyah gunebhya kartaram yada drashta anupashyati gunebhyascha param vetti. When these two are done, madbhavam sahadhigacchati. We become one with the Lord infinite, free from all bondages. Moksha, liberated. टेक्निकल टर्म्स ये सब और थोड़ा सुनो कल तो क्लैरिटी थोड़ी सी आएगी. परसों भी सुनो और भी आएगी. 2-3 बार सुनो और अच्छा आएगा. एनीथिंग ऑल्सो ना, in the teacher's lecture 3-4 times you listen, book 7-8 times you study, you get more clarity. So to such things repeatedly should be heard and contemplated, then the clear understanding. Once understanding comes, the joy of that understanding is great. And actually when you practice it, it is also great, more greater. When you experience the result of it, it's ultimate. Thank you. Om Abadama Bhartaran Dataran Sarva Sambadam Lokaviramam Sri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattvalyam Rama Nama Varanane. Om Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Valmiki Ramayanam Balakandam Pratama Sargaha. Friends, when on 22nd Jan 2024, Bhagavan Rama's Mandira Prana Pratishtha happened in Ayodhya as our tribute to the Lord and service to the youth. We took up the study of Rama's divine gunas, which are given in the Valmiki Ramayana Balakanda first Sarga. This first Sarga had two parts. First part was Rama's divine gunas. Second part is the Sankshepa Ramayana. Ramayana total story precise. This is what is given by Naraji to Valmiki ji and told to expand. Valmiki ji expands into 24,000 shlokas. So from last that 39 or 40 days, we are studying it. First portion of seeing Rama's values or gunas we have seen. 85 gunas. If you remember them, practice them, nothing like that. That is in your hands. बोलना तो हो गया इन क्लासों में, सुनना समझना प्रैक्टिस करके राम जी की तरह गुणवान बनना, इट इज इन आवर हैंड्स. Now the second portion of precisely entire Rama Katha we are seeing. Okay. And in that the episodes happened were first one, Rama goes to Gurukula, learns and comes. Then he is so wonderful, everybody loves him. He is such a great one. So all wanted to see Rama to be the Yuvraj. Dasharath also understands it. He also becomes old, na? So he decides to make Raja as Rama as Yuvraj. But then what happened? The Mantara spoiled the mind of Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi remembered her 2 moons and asked that कि भरत को राजा बनाओ with same arrangements, send Rama to the jungle for 14 years. Then we have seen all the stories there. Rama wanted to go, is ready to go. Lakshmana followed, Sita followed. That portion we saw. Where they went and settled Chitrakuta, at much we saw. This side what happened yesterday, day before, that Dukkha Shoka, Dasharatji leaves the body. Then none of the 4 sons are there. Anteshti to Karni, Anteshti. So then they call Bharatji. This topic we are discussing now. Bharatji comes, I told you how the mother never tells in the beginning, Sab samal diya beta maine kehti hai. Then he asks where his father is father. Then she tells Marawa, he is there in the Thaila Droni. Becomes angry, shouts at mother. Shatrughna also treats that Mantara. Then Bharat goes to Kaikeyi, Kausalya Mata, all that I told you. Now, including the Dhana Samskara of the father Dasharatji, completely Bharatji does. Because राम वगैरह तो है ही नहीं. होने के बाद the big meeting, in that everyone including Dasharatha tell it is your father's wish that you must become the king. All the things they tell. Listening to all in more than one two chapter, Bharata explains the ultimate Arya Dharma, etc., where when the elder brother is there, younger can never become the Raja. Therefore, by all means, I cannot be the Raja. Rama alone is Raja. So let me go and bring him. This topic we are there. Yesterday we also spoke about ki Bharatji going and meeting Rama. So I told you in between the two, three things. Quickly we talk about it. Okay. First thing is what? In the Rajyam itself, everybody in doubt what will Bharata do? It's a big, very, very sensitive issue. Even little bit he has desire for Rajyam, whole Rama Katha, everything would have become topsy-turvy. Bharat is so matured in a iota of thought of desire of kingdom or any bhoga he had. Other than that, other thing is total devoted surrender to Bhagavan Rama. Seeing Bharatji's words in the Sabha, everybody, Vasishta, all the whole Ayodhya understands the glory of Bharat. So whatever little doubt they had on Bharata, that all goes away. The doubt got created because Kaikeyi is the one who asked for the Raja to Bharat, not Bharat. And that's a great achievement of Bharata. Naturally, he expresses his Vairagya and he expresses the Dharma and he talks about his Bhakti to Rama. Vairagya क्या है? I don't want to be the king. Dharma is Rama should become the king. And the prema bhakti for Rama. Seeing that तो एक्चुअली तो मैं ये पोर्शन आपको पढ़ाना चाहिए. आंखों में आपको पानी आएगा भरत जी का प्रेम वगैरह देखकर, नॉलेज वगैरह देखकर, मेच्योरिटी वगैरह देखकर. वेरी यंग इज. One is this one. Now, second portion, when he takes all the people towards Rama to bring him with such a noble intention, that Raja Nishadkana, Guha Kevata, he comes to know it. He sees so much Sainya. He is really afraid कि क्या ये भरत जी राम को अटैक करने जा रहा है. Why? Because if you are going with love to Rama, why do you take so much Sainyam? Bharat's intention is what? In between any enemies are there to eliminate and protect the people. Second, wherever is Rama, वहीं राज्य स्थापना करना है. इसलिए भरत जी, see the noble intention of Bharata, but not knowing the Guha things that Bharat ji is coming to attack Rama. Then he calls all his people, arranges 500 of boats and people, everyone. They say कि हम मर जाएंगे लेकिन भारत को राम जी के ऊपर अटैक करने नहीं देंगे. With that intention and notion and anger and enmity, the Guha and Kevata will be there with Bharata. But before deciding to attack Bharata and all, he says, anyways, Dasharatha Putra Rama Bharata, let me test him and his intentions. See that one thought saved. Then with bori or basket भर के, lot of fruits, kanda, moola, eatables, sweets he brings to Bharat. Now you understand? By the time he sees Bharata, already, the Baapre, I can't explain in the words. The moment Bharata sees the Kevata, because तब तक पता चला ना राम जी ने उनको मिला करके, he goes and hugs that Kevata Guha so much with so much devotion and joy as if he is hugging Rama only. And the words of sweetness and gratitudes for serving Rama and congrats for spending time with Rama when he speaks. दिस केवट तो वो लुढ़क ही जाते हैं, वो गिर ही जाते हैं, वो आश्चर्यचकित होते हैं. He fails to compare and say who is great, Rama or Bharat. Thereafter, Bharatji request which are the places my brother Rama and Bhaviji or mother like Sita, where did they stay, where did they spend that one night. वो जगह जब बताते हैं गुहा केवटा to Bharata. भरत जी तो झुक झुक कर हजारों बार वहां प्रणाम करते रहते. That scene has to be known by us. Then to maximum of them, all of them, thereafter, having fully convinced that he's not going to attack Rama, but he's going to bring Rama back. Oh, केवट इतना खुश हो जाते हैं. In those 500 an hour, he makes all these thousands of people cross that Ganga Adi river. भरत आदि को तो स्वयं ही ले जाते हो. ये एक एपिसोड हमको पढ़ना है. सेकंड वन इज सेम अगेन गोइंग टू भरद्वाजा आश्रम. भरद्वाज जी के चरण पे जाकर गिर के भरत जी तो रोते हैं, भगवान मेरा कोई दोष नहीं है इसमें, आप तो सर्वज्ञ हो, यू नो एवरीथिंग. भरद्वाज जी तो knows it कि I know beta it is not any fault with you. Then Bharadwaj ji with his yoga shakti for the thousands of people, he makes all the places of arrangements to stay, arrangements to places to stay, and special palatial place for Bharat ji he makes with his दिव्य शक्ति. वहां एक सिंहासन लगवाते भरत जी, उसमें भगवान राम को इमेजिन करके he only sits at the feet of that सिंहासन and he never eats anything, only kandamula as Rama was eating. He already wears as if राम की तरह जटावल्कल धारण करके ही भरत को देखकर शत्रुघ्न in the Ayodhya itself. If my brother has gone like that, how can I be in this attire like a king? This is the second story we have to listen. Third is more terrible. Huh? Rama, Lakshmana, Sita sitting in that kutia, in that Chitrakoot mein, suddenly they start listening to the sounds as well as धूल मिट्टी in the sky. भगवान राम says, Lakshmana, वो पेड़ चढ़कर देख क्या हो रहा है. When the Lakshmana climbs the tree and sees, he sees that chariot in which generally his father travels. Then from distance he recognizes Bharata coming. Immediately Lakshmana says to Rama, hey bhaiya, with all the Sainya to attack and kill us, Bharata is coming. You go and hide. मैं उनसे लड़ूंगा. अब ये बात सुनकर राम जी में जो दुख होता है, अरे बेटा तूने मिसअंडरस्टैंड किया भरत को. ही कैन नेवर बी ऑफ दैट थॉट इवन इन ड्रीम वंस. बट व्हाई लक्ष्मणा सेड दैट लक्ष्मण भरत आ रहा है अटैक करने को, दैट आई विल डिफीट हिम एंड सेव यू. दैट आल्सो लक्ष्मणा's प्रेम फॉर राम ओनली. मेरे भाई राम का रक्षा होना है. बिकॉज इवन दैट डेल्यूशन नो कि कैकेयी का पुत्र है भरत है, तो कैकेयी ने राज्य मांगा, हमको जंगल में भेजा, तो शी मस्ट बी कन्विंसिंग हिम. बट ऑल दिस माय पॉइंट इज व्हाट Bharata had to go through all these doubts and suspicions of everyone, answering all of them and proving his vairagya, proving his knowledge of dharma, and proving his devotion to his brother. How much Bharata must have gone through. So compared to him, where do we stand? That is why our India is called as Bharat Mata, because of this Bharata. And tomorrow, as I told you, Bharat Rama Milan to 3 दिन लगेगा मुझे. Tomorrow I will talk to you how Rama Bharata met and what were the discussions happened. All of that is from Valmiki Ramayana. I am not chanting the shlokas. Summary I am telling while studying or chanting what is said in this first sarga. So tomorrow these 3-4 shlokas we chant. Then the Rama Bharata संवाद क्या हुआ थोड़ा सा हम देखेंगे. Then the Bharatji goes back, Rama enters into the Anakaranya, and there the Rakshasas come, Bhagavan finishes them, then Shurpanaka's arrival, all of that will be told in one line. We also talk in 3-4 minutes. This is how Rama's glory, Bharata's glory, Lakshmana's glory, Shatrughna's Mahima glory, Mata Sita, Hanumanji, all of them are great characters who walked on this earth every centimeter, millimeter, they have traveled. In that great Divya, Punya Bharata Bhumi we are. And to such as attacked by materialism, attacked by the other country people, we have forgotten the glory of our nation, culture of ours, tradition of ours, great Shastras, great Mahatmas. So all the great Sadhu Santa and Ashramas and Mahatmas trying to bring all this knowledge to us. A simple squirrel type of effort is ours also, where we are struggling to study the Shastras together with you. And I'm happy you are also cooperating and taking part. We'll continue tomorrow. So tomorrow's shloka is Gatva tu sumahatmanam Ramam Satyaparakramam Ayachat Bhrataram Ramam Arya Bhava Puraskrutaha Tvameva Raja Dharmajnaha Iti Ramam Vacho Bravit रामोऽपि परमोदारः सुमुखः सुमहायशाः न चैच्छत् पितुरादेशात् राज्यं रामो महाबलः. These things we'll talk tomorrow. ओम शांति 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 ही. हाँ बेटा, आज हम पढ़ेंगे how many shlokas? 5 of them we will do. Time कितना हुआ? हाँ, from verse number 132 onwards. 132 onwards. Om Shri Vishnu Divya Sahasranama Stotram Dvatimshatyadhika Shatatama Shlokat Arambhya. Om Imam Stavamadhiyanaha Shraddha Bhakti Samanvitaha Yujyetatma Sukhakshantihi Yujyetatma Shridhruti Smriti Kirtimihi together. Imam Stavamadhiyanaha Shraddha Bhakti Samanvitaha Yujyetatma Sukhakshantihi Shridhruti Smriti Kirtimihi. Imam Stavamadhiyanaha Shraddha Bhakti Samanvitaha Yujyetatma Sukhakshantihi Shridhruti Smriti Kirtimihi. न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यं न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यं न लोभो नाशुभामतिः न लोभो नाशुभामतिः भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानां भक्तानां पुरुषोत्तमे टुगेदर. न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यं न लोभो नाशुभामतिः भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानां भक्तानां पुरुषोत्तमे. न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यं न लोभो नाशुभामतिः भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानां भक्तानां पुरुषोत्तमे. नेक्स्ट वन. द्यौः स चन्द्रार्क नक्षत्रा खं दिशो भूर्महोदधिः वासुदेवस्य वीर्येण विधृतानि महात्मनः टुगेदर. द्यौः स चन्द्रार्क नक्षत्रा खं दिशो भूर्महोदधिः वासुदेवस्य वीर्येण विधृतानि महात्मनः. द्यौः स चन्द्रार्क नक्षत्राः खं दिशो भूर्महोदधिः वासुदेवस्य वीर्येण विधृतानि महात्मनः. नेक्स्ट. ससुरासुरगन्धर्वं सयक्षोरगराक्षसं जगद्वशे वर्ततेदं कृष्णस्य सचराचरं टुगेदर. ससुरासुरगन्धर्वं सयक्षोरगराक्षसं जगद्वशे वर्ततेदं कृष्णस्य सचराचरं. ससुरासुरगन्धर्वं सयक्षोरगराक्षसं जगद्वशे वर्ततेदं कृष्णस्य सचराचरं. The last one. इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिः सत्त्वं तेजो बलं धृतिः वासुदेवात्मकान्याहुः क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञ एव च टुगेदर. इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिः सत्त्वं तेजो बलं धृतिः वासुदेवात्मकान्याहुः क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञ एव च. इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिः सत्त्वं तेजो बलं धृतिः Vasudevatmakanyāhuh kshetram kshetrajna eva cha. As I was made a practice of telling you the meaning very precisely. Otherwise, एक श्लोक का आधा घंटा लगता है. So what is the meaning is imam stavam adhiyanaha. The one who is doing the daily adhyayana of this stotra Vishnu Sahasranama. How? Shraddha Bhakti Samanvitaha. Along with Shraddha and Bhakti. What will be the result to him? Yujyeta Atma Sukha and Kshantihi. He will get the Atma Sukha and all the capacities. Shrihi, Lakshmihi, Dhrutihi, fortitude, Smrutihi, memory, Kirtivihi, name and fame. So Kirti, name and fame, Smruti, the knowledge, Dhrutihi, the fortitude, Shri, the Sampada, Shanti, the capacity power, Atma Sukha, the spiritual self-knowledge. All of them will come to the one who studies every day this Stava Vishnu Sahasranama. This is one meaning. Next shloka. Na krodha. He will be freed from the krodha, no anger. Na cha matsaryam. He will not have jealousy with anyone. Na lobha, nor the greed. Na ashubha matihi. Never any impurity of the heart. He will have bhavanti kruta punyanam. For those who are doing this punya of chanting of Vishnu Sahasranama every day, Bhaktanam Purushottame, through the chanting of Vishnu Sahasranama, when we develop the bhakti in Lord Vishnu, then Krodha, Matsarya, Lobha, then Ashubhamati, all of them will go away from us, which are our enemies, which are creating havoc in our life, and because of us to the others also. So न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यम न लोभो न शुभामति भवन्ति कृत पुण्यानां भक्तानां पुरुषोत्तमे. ये हो गया दो. तीसरा श्लोक वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. द्यौहु मीन्स स्वर्ग. स चंद्र अर्क नक्षत्राः along with chandraloka, suryaloka, nakshatralokaः. Kham, the total space. Dishaha, all the 10 directions. Bhuhu, the earth. Mahaudadihi, all the oceans. All of them are Vasudevasya Viryena Vidrutani Mahatmanaha. Mahatma Vasudeva's Shakti, that they are all held together. Why the ocean is like that? Why the earth is hanging in the space? How come the nakshatras are there? Graha Tarakas. They are all by Bhagavan Vasudeva's Virya or Shakti, that they are there in their own places doing work, whatever they are doing. Same way, Sasura Sura Gandharvam. Sura the Devatas, Asuras the Rakshasas, Gandharvas the intermediate staying Jivas, Sayaksha Uraga Rakshasam, all the Yakshas of Kubera, Uraga the Nagajati things, Rakshasam, even the Rakshasas, every one of them, Jagat Vashe Vartata Idam, Krishnasya Sacharacharam. The Sacharachara Jagat, all of them is doing Vyavahara in the Vasha, in the control of that Lord Krishna only. Of whom is this? Vishnu Sahasranama. All these are told by Bhishmacharya to Yudhishthirji. When Yudhishthira asks all these questions. Then Indriyani, Samashti may be, Vyashti may be. All the senses, Manaha, mind, Buddhi, the intellect, Sattvam, the strength, Tejaha, the brightness and brilliance, Balam, the power, Dhruti, again as it was said, Vasudeva Atmakani, all of them have Vasudeva as Atma for them. It is because Vasudeva only, all of them are functional. Kshetram, the whole body, Kshetrajna, the Jiva, even they also are expression of same Vasudeva, of whom we have chanted the Sahasranama. So all of them are understood by us when we study Shastras for long period of time. And when we do the sadhana and meditation, we will experience also all of them as the reality and the truth. So this is what it is. 2 more or 3 more days when we chant, Sahasranama will be over. Now let me chant all these 5 quickly today. Om imam stavamadiyanah shraddha bhakti samanvitah युज्येतात्म सुखक्षान्तिः श्रीधृति स्मृति कीर्तिभिः न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यं न लोभो न शुभामतिः भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानां भक्तानां पुरुषोत्तमे द्यौः सचन्द्रार्क नक्षत्र खं दिशो भूर्महोदधिः वासुदेवस्य वीर्येण विधृतानि महात्मनः ससुरासुरगन्धर्वं सयक्षोरगराक्षसं जगद्वशे वर्ततेदं कृष्णस्य सचराचरम् इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिः सत्त्वं तेजोबलं धृतिः वासुदेवात्मकान्याहुः क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञ एव च. Thank you, dear friends. Continue. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shantimapnuyat Shanto Muched Vandebhya Muktashanyanmojet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritangamaya Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramarashibhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Namah Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu Bol Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavane Ki Jai Geetha Mata Ki Jai वेदव्यास भगवान की जय रामचंद्र भगवान की जय रामायण महाशास्त्र की जय वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय आज के आनंद की जय नम पार्वती पदे हर हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम अम्बे अम्बे आदि पराशक्ति माता गीता माता की जय समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्षु मुक्त गण की जय समस्त युवा मंडल की जय भारत माता की जय सनातन धर्म की जय वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृत की जय अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय थैंक्स थैंक यू ओम सी यू टुमारो